Hi guys, it's Madeline. If you're new here, and if you're not new here, it is literally still Madeline. And today's day 5 of my breakup. 5 years off and on. Sorry, I was seeing who liked my Instagram story. And it sucks, man. It really sucks. But you know what? I'm doing a lot better than I thought I would, and I think part of it is because like me and this man have been so off and on that I'm just like, okay, like I need to move on. I love him so much. Fuck, frick. But you know, time to move on. Anyway, today while I'm cleaning my face because I was filmed a deodorant commercial this morning and then was at a Puerto Rican street festival. Puerto Rico, what? Puerto Rico, what? Anyway, I've been keeping myself busy, obviously, after the breakup. I thought that I would get on here and give some things that I do as an anxiously attached person, because for some reason, anxiously attached and avoidantly attached partners is a love story, a tale as old as time. So I'm going to tell you what I do as the anxiously attached partner in a breakup to the avoidant attached partner in a breakup, or not to them, but like in contrast to avoidantly attached people, to kind of help me get over the breakup and not be so when I was younger and I would go through breakups as an anxiously attached person, I would like be texting all the time, calling, in my bed crying, couldn't do anything, had a terrible mindset. I'm like, oh my god, I'm gonna die, my life is over, like da 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 da. As I kind of grew up, I kind of was able to teach myself some skills to cope with breakups better. And so I just thought that I would get on and share some of the things that I do. And let me like clear my face while I do that because I look really crazy. Ooh. Ew. Like I don't have any makeup on. It's like dirt. Literal dirt. Anyway. Any face makeup on. So the first thing that you're going to want to do post-breakup as the anxiously attached partner is go no contact. This is still hard for me sometimes. If it's hard for you, you need to block them. Excuse me. And this is just the sad truth. Blocking them isn't like a sign of weakness or anything. It's just literally saying like, hey, I need to remove you from my life. And a lot of the time, the anxiously attached partner is going to want to be friends or keep contact or something, especially if there's still love in the relationship, because you were such a big part of their life for so long. They're like, well, we can be friends. No. What did Ariana Grande say? We can't be friends. Yeah, you can't. You can't. You have to go no contact. And whatever this looks like for you, whether it's blocking them, whether it's just not texting them. I find blocking easier because you're not gonna be like, you know, going on Instagram, you know, having a normal day and then just see like their content and it's gonna bring you back down. Like, no. It doesn't mean that you don't love them. It doesn't mean that you don't wish them the best. It just means that you can't deal with this. You can't deal with it right now, and that's fine. That's absolutely fine. But no contact, and this doesn't have to be forever. This is just until you feel like you're no longer in that breakup state where you're like either wanting them back, either just upset, or just like in my case, a lot of the times I just wanted to talk about it. I just wanted to talk about it more. I wanted somebody to talk to about it. But it will stop you from kind of backsliding in that way, because we are not backsliders here. The next thing is going to be, especially if your relationship was somewhat codependent, which for anxiously attached partners, a lot of the times you can have codependent relationships, is going to be to figure out what you like to do and what you like to wear and look like and be like alone, especially if it's kind of a long-term thing. Personally, for me, like 5 years off and on, like I went to the store today and I just kind of walked down the aisles and I did this mind trick. I asked myself, I was like, how about you pick out something that you like not something that you're thinking in the back of your mind, like, do I think he's gonna like this on me? And that might sound sad. You might be like, oh my god, nobody's ever thinking that. But I bet you a lot of girlies are watching this like, oh my god, I've thought that before. Yeah. And a lot of times it's subconscious and you don't know that's happening. So take yourself down the freaking aisle in the store and be like, what do I like? What do I actually like? Because sometimes it can surprise you and you can be like, well, no, I like that. You do. You're just not trying to be what they want you to be anymore. I don't want to gender specify. I don't want to be like he. But a lot of times as anxiously attached partners, if we're in a relationship where we have an avoidant partner, we can feel like the state that they met us in is the state that we always need to be in, or the aesthetic that we always need to have. We might feel like afraid to grow, afraid to express ourselves a little bit. And I really think that post-breakup is like a very crucial time to kind of explore, okay, what do I like to do? What do I like to wear? What do I like to be when it's only me? Because once you figure that out, girl, you are unstoppable. Unstoppable. The next thing, the third thing I'm gonna say to do is to stay busy. Now, I live in New York, so staying busy has been super easy for me. But if you don't live in New York and you live in a country bumpkin town, go drive around and tip some cows alone. That might be fun. Or with friends, if you have a lot of friends. I personally just moved to the city 6 months ago and I don't know that many people, so I've been doing a lot of things alone. I went to a music festival alone, you know, selling clothes in the park, taking dance classes, just staying busy, doing work, calling your grandmother, calling your mom. You need to have other things going on other than the partner. And a lot of the times, as the avoidant person, the reason why we want to text is because we were centering our whole lives around our partner. And no, girl, it is 2025 and we are grown and we want to have our own lives and our own things and our own stuff going on. So you need to have your own life outside of them, and you need to go stay busy. Go do you. You're too busy. You're quite literally too busy to be worried about any of that. I'm literally so way too busy for you. Block. Just kidding. Not kidding. Excuse me, guys. I'm also going through a breakup right now. The next thing that you're going to be doing, and I'm going to be doing a lot more, like I'm actually going to take a shower after this because I'm so dirty right now, is going to be, God, I'm going insane, self-care. And you don't have to put pressure on yourself like, hi, I want, like you have to be the hotter one in the relationship or something. Like you don't have to feel like that. But a lot of the times, avoidant partners, especially like if a relationship is ending, they're putting a lot of effort into the end of the relationship. Whether they're trying to stay in the relationship, get out of it, whatever they're trying to do, they're putting a lot of effort into the end of the relationship. And a lot of times what can end up happening is a little bit of neglect for self-care. So I would go and get a face mask, get some fuzzy socks, get some conditioning treatment, get a candle, clean your room. I'm gonna clean my room after this. I really need to. And just kind of reset your life. Reset your life. And also, if you're doing all that stuff, you're busy. You're too busy to think about, talk about, whatever. But also, you're gonna wanna have a little bit of grace with yourself because it's gonna be hard. Like, you're not just gonna like wake up in the morning and not think about somebody that you texted good morning every morning and good night every night and your whole life was based around. You're not just gonna wake up and forget about it. So have grace with yourself. Like, if you send a text, it's literally okay. Like, try not to do it again, but like, don't feel like you're desperate or something, because you're not desperate. You just love a lot. This is somebody that you had in your life for, you love them. You know what I mean? That's not just gonna go away overnight, and it's probably never gonna go away. but I can move on. The next thing I like to do is whenever I have feelings of like, oh, I'm missing my partner, my ex, or, you know, I think of a good moment, because that'll happen during a breakup. So annoying. But like those flashes of like you're like, oh, F him, da 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 da, and then you get like a flash of like a moment in your relationship that meant a lot to you, or like a good time, and you just like break down in tears and stuff. And I'm not saying that I like to reminisce on the bad times, but when a moment pops up like this for me in my head during a breakup, I just like to kind of replace it with like the bad times, or kind of the negative, or like, but remember how X made you feel, but remember how X didn't care about X, or remember how this and that, or remember how your life looked, or how you felt, or how, quite honestly, depressed you were. And sometimes that really helps myself to pull myself out of it. Now, you're not gonna not have love for this person. Like, I have so much love for my ex, and I always will have love for my ex. But as an anxious person, you finally just have to say, you know what, I choose me now. And if you choose to walk away, I can't control that. Oh, that leads me to the next thing. You can't control a breakup. And a lot of the reason why you're an anxiously attached partner in the first place is because you couldn't control whether people stayed or left in your childhood. You couldn't control a lot of things, and so you get anxious thinking that this person's gonna leave you, even if it's subconscious. But the best thing to do post breakup also is to fix something that you can control. A lot of the times with me, this manifests in my hair. Like, I just took the highlights out of my hair after the breakup. But, you know, get a tattoo. Me, I wish I could, but like, I already have these, and like, it's already an issue with my job. So get a piercing, get your nails done, work on stuff that you can control. And that goes into cleaning your room. That goes into like all this stuff, you know what I mean? Because once you start worrying about what you can control, you will realize just how busy you are. Because you can control a dang lot of stuff, but somebody breaking up with you is not one of them. So go worry about the things that you can control, and, you know, I'm sorry, loves. Have fun with your breakup. Well, don't have fun, but you'll get through it. We'll all get through it. I bought these mini Doritos the other day, and they're really like crummy. Good luck. You're loved. Shut up, Maddie.